Yeah.
I'm gonna let the party know that if something does happen in the middle of the night, make sure you don't attack a beast of some sort, because I may have wild shape.
Zoe knows your smell.
Oh,
Yeah, we
sweet.
all do. You stink.
Reed lifts a finger and says, Reed lifts a finger and says, no spiders.
Yeah, okay, fine. No
Alright,
spiders.
So I am sleeping on the floor of my bedroll. Inside Reed's room.
All right. So Zixo and Elessar have their spots out in the hall. You guys turn in for the night. You hear the commotion downstairs as the wife is cleaning up the wife and the husband are cleaning up the equipment or the kitchen utensils and whatnot. Eventually, it falls silent and it gets to be past first watch and nothing happens.
And
All right. Did Dretan get to sleep?
That depends, did I?
Yeah, he fell asleep. Yes.
Okay.
So
Well,
how long is your
I'll-
first watch? How are you splitting it up? I'm sorry, I was sort of not paying attention.
I'm on trance for the first 4 hours, and then after
Okay.
that I'm taking second watch, letting Zixo get some sleep as well.
Oh, okay. So just okay. Okay, so it
Unless
is
he doesn't
now-
want to sleep, then I'll happily have him next to me.
Well, it's now the second watch, so now it's Zixo's turn or Elessar's turn. You go out and you can relieve Zixo.
Yep. The Zoe will come in with me, but Pip will
Okay.
stay out with him.
Okay. And Pip seems a little more agitated that you're gone, but also safe that.
Well, no,
you
she's
didn't
5
leave
feet
doors.
away, and she's just like in the door in the hall, in the door in the hall. She can crawl all
Flip
around.
back
She
and forth.
wants.
Okay.
Yeah, she's very stealthy.
Okay. She still seems uneasy in your mind, and Dretan and Adrik and Reed are all snoring. There doesn't seem to be any adverse effects. Elessar, during your watch, suddenly downstairs you hear a small scream, and then some voices discussing, and you hear a couple steps, and then it's silent.
is that something that would be audible in, like, either of the rooms where the doors are open?
Only if you are awake.
So was the scream audible to Pip?
Yes, if she's awake, yeah.
Okay. Now you have to make a determine if that would distress Pip enough to wake me up.
Nope, it does not.
Okay. Then I'm sleeping.
Elessar?
I am. Zixo, you said you were fully rested, right?
I'm not yet doing my rest now.
Yeah, he hasn't
No,
even
it's
gotten
a-
to sleep yet.
Like, how far into the watch is this? I'm curious.
Oh, it was about an hour into the second watch,
Gotcha.
so about 5 hours into the night.
All right. When did we sleep?
It was getting on evening. This is the dead of night. This is
So this is
Probably.
probably like midnight.
2 o'clock or something in the morning.
Wild shape into a mouse.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm gonna. Oh, I'm all right. I'm gonna wild shape into a cat, your favorite.
Okay.
And I'm gonna check out what's happening down there on stealth. Shit.
Okay, you just,
I need to find the cat's stats.
Cats have like really high dexterity, I believe.
Dretan, while he's finding those stats, you have a dream.
Oh boy.
You drop into a dark pool. It's almost as if you're pulled into it. The icy, dark liquid is clinging to you. It almost seems to have a sentence trying to force its way into your mouth, choking you, trying to pull you under. Soon, though, the tendrils change. The liquid grasps your arms, holding you fast, but buoys you above the water. You feel yourself being moved along the surface, and a light appears ahead of you. It begins as soft purplish glow, then grows brighter and brighter. As you get closer, you see a silhouette The whispers that you have grown used to during the night seem to grow louder, gathering into a crescendo. As they get loud enough, you hear them whispering a single name. You hear a gravelly, slick voice say, Hathrel Atreduzox. And the liquid tendrils carry you forward as a giant maw opens up, razor-sharp teeth reaching out for you. And you bolt awake, covered in sweat. And Psycho, yes, you are stealthed.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
I'm gonna try to investigate the source of the noise.
Okay, you head downstairs, back to the common room, and
Do I need a
remember
perception
any
roll?
of that dream?
yeah, you can do a perception roll, sure.
Hockey, do I remember any of that dream?
You do.
Okay.
There is nobody in the main room. You can hear the breathing of the innkeeper and his wife through the door off the main room. And the kitchen is dark and empty.
Do I smell anything?
You smell the
That can't
remnants of the
smell.
bread. Yeah, you smell the remnants of the bread and some of the meal, but nothing. No other smell. Nothing that would alert your senses.
Alright, I'm gonna chalk that off as like a argument that they had. And I'm gonna go back on watch still as a cat for about, I think, 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours. 3 hours
Okay.
is my remaining time.
I am going to. Do I have one? Actually, let's check real quick. Because I believe I do. Yes, I do. I am going to light a candle.
Okay.
And I'm going to step out of my bedroll and begin to go downstairs.
All right.
Has the whispers stopped?
Nope. They seem to be almost pulsing in your ears.
Half
Go ahead,
my
roll a perception.
Yeah, so it will be 2 hours.
I don't think I could see him in stealth anyway.
No, but roll a perception anyways.
18.
Okay. The whispers seem to be pulsing in time with your heart.
I'm gonna. Well,
Don't you
I
like
obviously
that?
saw Dretan. I'm just gonna keep
Right.
look,
You
like
saw
making
him
sure he's
pass
okay.
you. Okay.
So I see a cat. Do I recognize the cat?
You don't see the cat. The cat
that-
is stealthed quite well.
It's like 28 points, dude.
I am going to go back to Bavar and his wife's door and knock on it.
Okay.
With the lit candle.
You knock and you hear somebody get up and come to the door and open it, and it's the wife. Yes. What can I help you with, Master Halfling?
You saw it, didn't you?
Yes. The pool in the mouth.
Have you seen this beforehand or no?
Yes.
Why didn't you speak about this at all?
You know why.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Your companions won't believe you.
I'm not so sure about that. Your husband is stubborn, but we have seen many different things.
Be that as it may, I look forward to the morning when you guys are off to end this torment, whichever way. I don't know if I can wait that long. Yes, you can hear it.
Yeah. Alright. Just... If I had known... I would have left immediately. You are much stronger than I to have waited in this place and dealt with that night after night.
It wears on you. That is certain. But I stay for my husband.
Good.
Well, I must try and get some rest tonight, even if it will not come willingly. Good night, Master Halfling.
Good night. And I go back up to up to Reed's room and get back in my bedroll. I extinguish my candle and I
Okay.
stay awake the entire
Okay.
night.
All right. What are you doing, Psycho?
Is it too late to go inside? Is their room small?
It's
It's off to the side. It's not big, but it it's part of the inn. It's their room, so it's bigger than like a normal room because that's where all their stuff is.
Would I be able to sneak in before the door gets closed, or is that too late?
She only opened it a crack, just to sort
Okay.
of.
I'm gonna stay in front of their door and listen.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a new perception.
Hang on.
You hear her walk back, but you don't hear her get into bed. And some time goes on, and you almost start thinking that it had been a trick of your mind, that you had just sort of missed it, trying to listen so hard. But finally, you hear her settle back down into her bed, and you continue to hear the rhythmic breathing of her husband, but you don't quite hear. You don't hear her breathing get any deeper or more rhythmic at all.
Excuse me.
Ah, damn it! I missed my chance, didn't I?
Well,
I was gonna try and incite the wife while you were talking with her.
yeah, I think you missed your chance.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely missed my chance.
Okay.
I don't smell anything off, right? Or is
Nope.
that another perception check?
Nope, you smell the
It's
same
just the
as
same
when
as
you came
usual.
down the first time, and the same as what your normal elven senses had smelled when you entered the inn.
Alright. I'm gonna stay there then.
Okay, in front of the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep watch on the stairs.
Okay. Your watch continues, and it gets to be the end of your watch.
And I think about that time,
Nothing.
fairly rested is when Reed's gonna get up and take his turn.
Okay, Reed, you wake up and you go out into the hallway expecting to relieve Elessar, and you don't see him.
When you wake up, Reed, you see me like upright, just reading from one of the books that I bought.
Can Reed see which book?
Are you
Candle.
trying to hide it?
I am not.
You can. The two books are different enough that you know that it's the well. Which book are you reading?
It would be Edrithian Accord.
Yeah.
Reed kind of glances over for. Are we talking a book like a tome that's gonna have example pictures? Or are we talking about flat text?
It's a handbook. It's got pictures in it, but it's not like a huge spell book type thing.
Like, is it enough that Reed would be able to recognize it, having kind of seen him pull it out once or twice before?
Probably, most likely.
But even before leaving the room, Reed kind of glances over and looks down and says, "Have you slept?"
2 hours, 3 maybe.
And kind of his brow furrows, and he looks at the book and looks at you and says, "Is there anything you're going to get out of that's going to help you right now?"
Probably not.
He stops for a second, he thinks, and then he kind of gestures with me and says, "You might as well not be in this room alone. I'm going to take my watch. Why don't you come sit with me?"
As well.
Reed takes a second to go and grab his chainmail, because there's no way he's sitting in this house like this without that with him. And considering it's going to take him about 10 minutes to suit up anyways, starts glancing around, at least in that top hallway, to see if he can see Elessar.
Okay. You do not see Elessar.
And this is kind of concerning, so Reed looks around
Out of-
and looks down.
Out of character?
Mhm.
Can I meow without breaking stealth?
Nope.
Damn it!
And then Reed glances down at the halfling and says, "Have you seen Elessar? Wasn't he supposed to be on watch?"
I'm gonna
And
walk
at
up the
this point,
stairs and
Dretan-
wave at them.
At this point, Dretan, you realize that when you went down, you didn't see Elessar either.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up the stairs in cat form and do a little stand and wave at them.
You do see Pip on duty, patrolling that hallway in my room.
Right.
Okay. And now seeing the cat, Reed takes a deep breath for a second and then just shakes his head, looking ever so vaguely annoyed.
At least it wasn't a spider, right?
Well, it was more.
not
It
a
was more that
spider.
Reed's trying to figure out why exactly the person on watch vanished entirely, and he was about to start the alarm.
Yes, I did see Elessar. He's right there.
Reed kind of just nods and then goes and sits on the top step and begins putting on his chainmail, just kind of keeping an eye out, at least down the steps.
I'm gonna go back to the door and snoop again.
Okay. Nothing's changed.
And that's probably it for my action. Oh, actually, I would be a person by now, wouldn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, my wallet shape has run out, and I'll just, stay down in the tavern.
Okay. It's getting on to be morning. Reed and Dretan, do you want to RP at all while you guys are on watch, or?
I'm silent right now.
Okay.
And Reed kind of glances over a couple of times, as if to start a conversation, but kind of getting the idea that Dretan probably doesn't need that right now. He'll just kind of sit, hand on his weapon just in case, and just watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Watch progresses. Elessar, you hear Bavar and Ariana in their room wake up and small conversations, doing their daily absolutions and sort of getting ready for the day. And then Bavar comes out and sees you standing or sitting in the tavern area, and he startles. He's quite frightened. Master Elf, I didn't know you were here. I didn't hear you at all. How long have you been waiting there?
Oh,
About-
Mom.
3 hours ago.
Oh, I'm very sorry. What can I get you? What do you need?
Can I hear
Another
that?
pie would be good.
Can I hear?
Yes, you guys can hear a conversation from down in the tavern area now.
When he says, "What can I get you?" I say, "I need answers," and I walk down from the stairs.
Okay.
And Reed at this point will stand, and realizing that the household is waking up, will start joining them.
Okay. Zixo, you get a little prod in your subconscious from Pip that it seems that people are awake. And Bavar goes and makes you, warms up one of the meat pies from the day before, Elessar, and he greets you, Dretan, and Reed as you come down the stairs.
A giant black maw. Alien language. Tentacles and purplish light.
What's that, Master Halfling?
That is the recipe for whatever nightmare is haunting this place.
Oh, well, I don't know anything of that. My wife claims to have nightmares, but like I told you yesterday, whatever it is, I just want it gone. I'm indebted to you forever for being willing to get rid of whatever's happening.
You wouldn't know.
Dwarven ale would set me about right, I say, but not tonight after we come back. And if you mean that, then every time I stop by, you can give me one more Dwarven ale. How about that?
Oh, yes, of course. Drinks on the house, of course.
Do you have coffee or something?
I've heard of such a drink. Is that from the East?
It's
That dark, bitter drink that they drink in the East, and
it's only bitter if you let it be bitter. And it is no simple drink. It is ambrosia.
And
I don't have any of that. I can offer you some warm tea. We can make some nice tea here. Barring that, I could give you a shot of my finest whiskey.
I'll do tea. I don't want. No. Just tea.
And while they're discussing that, Rede kind of goes over to a window to check to see what light levels look like outside.
Okay. Dawn. It's the sun's just coming up. It's early dawn. Elessar, the wife, hasn't come out yet.
So still fairly dark in the foresty areas at this point.
It's dim light. It's you can see out in the yard. You can see over the trees. The sun is coming up. No,
more or less
the other way.
More or less light level than it was when they arrived.
Yes, more.
At this point, Rede kind of looks over to the proprietor and says, "Would you mind showing me the back door is? I'd like to look out that area."
Oh, certainly. Come on back here. And he waves you through to the kitchen. And as you enter the kitchen, it's a couple big long tables, some a nice big old stove on the other side of the hearth, and there's a back door leading out. As he opens it for you, it swings open, and there's some barrels out there, some different, like a wood shed, some wood, and just sort of a typical backyard.
Rede kind of glances around, then he looks over at Bavar, kind of the first time he's really had a chance to talk to him directly, and says, "After this event your wife talked about, did you experience that the same way she did?"
No, I unfortunately was in our bedroom when it happened. I didn't see anything. She was out here. She saw it.
And when she
Or claims that she saw it, and you can tell there's still a little part of him that doesn't quite believe that it was this fiery rock thrown by the gods.
the paladin tries not to frown at the doubt in his voice, but then he nods and he says, "Did either of you go out in the woods to look?"
That would be a death trap.
Of course not. No. We're needed here for the travelers in case something happens. Only occasionally do one of us leave for supplies or whatever. We have caravans bring us what we need.
While Reed's doing that, I'm gonna go and wake up the rest of the party.
And then Rede kind of nods a little bit at an understanding, and then gestures out kind of in that direction that the wife had kind of indicated, and said, previous to this, had you ever explored out there in the woods?
And you're asking this to Bavar?
To Bavar, yeah, because they're both on the back door anyways right now.
No, we took a couple walks, and I go out occasionally to get wood, but I haven't ever gone deep into the woods. That's there's the rumors.
And Rede pauses for a second, then kind of dismisses the rumors, at least for the moment, and then says, "Is there any landmarks out there, or any anything you've seen out there? Streams?" And this is where town boy can't think of what actually fits in river and woods, but
there's a small spring that comes out. I assume its source isn't too far into the forest, as the stream is pretty weak. But other than that, there's a hill, a good couple hundred feet into the woods that I've noticed, and beyond that, I can't really see.
Rede kind of nods and then kind of turns to go back inside and close the door behind them, kind of troubled by the idea of having no idea what's out there. He'll go and rejoin whoever else is currently in the main room.
Okay, I think you see Elessar at the innkeeper's door, to his room, and Dretan has now gone upstairs to wake Adrik.
Can I ask Bavar to go check on his wife just for a sec?
Sure, he gives you sort of a quizzical look and says, sure, I suppose so. And he goes in there, and you hear some conversation, and he comes back out, sort of shaking his head, and says, yeah, she's fine in there. She just says she's not feeling very good today.
Of course she's
Okay.
not. She's seen things.
I'm gonna
beings
let him know to keep a good eye on her and try to be a bit more accommodating to her, I guess.
Okay. And he sort of frowns and congenially, sort of non-committally says, okay, like, let's move on the conversation. Don't delve into my marital life.
Fuck you, dude.
Oh shit, I just realized how creepy that might sound. Alright.
He goes about, preparing some breakfast for you guys. He warms up some of the meat pies, and you see him chopping up some vegetables, trying to make a new stew. He packs up some of the bread and everything, and gets you guys some supplies for the day. And sort of, if you guys want RP around the table or anything, that would be the time. If not, then he sort of packs up these small packages and waits expectantly, sort of just waiting on you guys.
Zixo comes back in and says the horses have all been tended to. I've got them all saddled and ready to go. I don't know if we want to take them into the forest, but they've been tended to.
Has Adrik joined us?
I don't know. Has Adrik joined
Woke him
you?
up. He should have. I woke him up.
Oh, all right then. I guess I'll go down the.
Reed glances up as the others kind of join in, and then kind of gestures towards the back door and says, the innkeep says there's a hill out there and there's a potential spring, but he hasn't gone very deep in the woods, so we're gonna be going out there kind of blind. And you can kind of hear his voice kind of trail off as he says that, and he does not seem that enthused about the idea.
Alright, so I am going to take a seat at the middle table, and I'm gonna start like drawing.
Okay.
I am going to etch out the black void that I saw.
Do you have some paper?
Into the table. You're etching this out.
I do not have paper. What I'm doing is I'm using one of my costumes, drawing on it.
Okay. Drawing on the fabric.
Yep.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm just like muttering. I'm like loudly saying, "Blackpool, tentacle-like appendages, an alien language, and a maw. These are what made up my night. And from what I can tell, it's made up of ours significant other's wife. I forget her fucking name. And I wish I
Ariana.
remembered it. And this makes up Ariana's. This is made up Ariana's nights for the past couple days."
And Bavar sort of sees you doing this and curiously comes over to inspect, and he says, "Oh, no, she doesn't see that. At least that's not what she told me." And he calls Ariana, and she sort of peeks out, and he walks over and says, "Come here, come see this. Come tell them this isn't what you were seeing." And she timidly comes out. She's pale, and the bags under her eyes are even more prominent. Obviously, she has not had sleep since she was woken from her dream. And she comes out and she looks at the fabric and looks at you, and she sort of shakes her head and says, "No, I get pulled under. I get pulled under the water."
Wait, you do?
Yes, it always chokes me and pulls me under, and and then I'm fed to the giant mouth underneath.
At the idea of choking, that stops Rede cold for a moment.
Do you know anything, Rede? About?
And then Rede kind of turns, and his own fears have kind of been brought up again, and he looks where he says, "Choke? Like, how?"
Well, the liquid, the water, whatever it is, it forms these tendrils, like here. And she points to Dretan's artwork that shows these tendrils rising from the water, and they grab onto you and they pull you down, and the one wraps around my throat and tries to force its way into my mouth, and it just chokes me as I get pulled under.
Rule 34 ensues.
I don't think that's quite what Rede is thinking.
Oh God, please don't let that have happened to Reed's family. There were children in that house.
I don't think there were children.
Well, that's right, because Reed's the youngest.
No, there were 2 other kids in the house.
Oh shit!
It was when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever this thing is, it's otherworldly. Never heard of stories or seen anything like this before. And the fact that we have 2 different stories telling us concerns me greatly. Maybe. And he says this in a whisper. Maybe this thing has what I need. And he just stares at the fabric for like a good 5 minutes.
Did Rede hear that?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I assume you guys are all around the same table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So yeah, I think you all heard it.
whispers under the breath. And Rede looks down at Dretan and says, "What do you mean? What you need?"
Answers.
Adrik is starting to become a little worried for their friend, so he's gonna get up from the table and announce, "Well, we promised we'd check out whatever's going on there, and I don't believe in coincidences. Might have something to do with why he's going nuts, so."
And kind of
I am not going nuts.
Says the man seeing whispers and drawing tentacles.
I don't see whispers, I hear them! You...
Well, I see you're not mad enough to not be snarky, so you must be okay. However, something out there isn't, so we need to go check that out.
On another note, that whispering I was telling you guys about, it's changed.
don't mind the paranoid paladin. Don't mind him.
I ask, how far away is the impact site that you saw? I ask his wife.
And she's been staring at this picture, and you have to repeat yourself again, and she sort of shakes, and probably a few miles into the forest, I would assume.
I suggest we leave that you leave your horses here. I'll take Zoe with me, of course, but we should set out and try and end this evil as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I agree. Because before it takes hold of more of Dretan's mind or something.
I'm not losing my mind. Or...
Well, let's go take care of that which is invading it.
It's not invading.
Yeah, we...
I don't think so. Whatever, let's be off. With that, I tear the fabric from the costume off, and I stuff it into like a small pouch. I take out the candle that I lit last night. I relight it, and I bring the clothes outside, drop them, and I burn them.
You're burning the costume?
Yes, I'm burning the costume.
Okay. The part that you ripped off with the drawing, right? I'm just making sure.
I kept the drawing.
You kept the drawing and burned the rest of the costume. Okay.
We keep tapestries. We keep drawings. We love you.
Always had a flair for the dramatic.
Okay.
And Rede, after talking to the wife for a second, actually looks as visibly distressed as she does for at least a few moments before he seems to get a hold of himself, and then nods over to Zixo and says, "We should go."
Yeah, I'm sort of already at the door, about to leave.
Okay.
Oh, technically I'm outside right now.
Well,
Watching things going.
I catch Dretan at the door. It's like, hey, this is a little odd. I forgot about it because of what's been happening, but you lost a dagger in that ogre ghoul thing earlier, right?
I mean, I didn't lose it. I know exactly where it is.
Well, if you're anything like me, you'd hate to be one short of a set. So take this dagger here. And that's not a question. That's just a here. This is yours now.
This doesn't happen to have a tapestry attached to it.
No, that was the other one.
Oh, okay.
We're fine.
That was for the captain.
I don't know how many pieces you kept. I mean,
Just the one. Just the one.
I guess I have another dagger now.
Yeah, now you're back up to 8. Or however,
Excuse me,
yeah.
I'm up to 9 now.
9, sorry.
Holy shit.
Adrik,
What is that?
you feel a warmth coming from the scar on your chest.
Yes.
Hey.
I forgot about that, actually, because it's been leaving me alone for a while.
Hey, away we go.
Let's go.
Okay. Dretan, you seem to know exactly which direction to go. These whispers, as you move away from the inn, seem to now have a direction where they're emanating from. Now that you've set a purpose of tracking them down, you seem to know where they're coming from.
Great.
So, as a group, as a group, you guys head off, and Dretan, you can lead the way, and like Ariana said, it's about, you expect at least an hour's travel, if not more, through the heavy forest, and it that's too nightimey. Hold on.
yeah, that was really sudden too. That was actually creepy.
Yeah,
Goddamn immersion broken.
I know. Sorry, I was thinking that they would play at the same time, but I guess not. I'll get better. Okay. So you head off. You go into the forest. As the forest is across the street and probably another 100-200 meters from the road. And as you get to the edge, you start trying to look into it, see where it is, and it's quite dark and gloomy. And you head along and notice the hill that Bavar had mentioned. You see sort of dense undergrowth. There's no pathway leading through. You guys are trudging through some quite difficult terrain.
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor right now.
Okay. You guys continue on, and you eventually come across the spring that he mentioned. And
Hockey, do I have exhaustion?
no, you got 4 hours of sleep. You just didn't regain. You didn't get a long rest.
Okay.
Okay. You eventually get to the spring, and you follow it a ways until the spring sort of seems to die out just randomly. It seems that there's no beginning to it, and off to the side you see this.
Hello, tree.
When nature refuses to die.
Yeah, it's like
Where was it? Sorry, I'm doing a new system for my notes.
bet that makes you tree huggers, real fuzzy on the inside, eh?
Yes, when I see this
Okay.
obvious undead tree that wants to strangle me, I think hugging.
Obvious
You-
undead tree.
You see
Yeah.
this massive ancient tree. It's the root system is spanning the two small cliffs, and there's some deadwood, some driftwood that seems to have been carried down by various storms that come through and have sort of a flash flood effect, and they get caught up here in the entrance. But Dretan, you know that this is the source. Something inside that little cavern is causing these whispers.
Have the whispers gotten louder as we got closer?
Just a question. On the attacks and spellcasting tab, how do you delete something of that?
What do you mean?
You know, on your...
No, they have not gotten louder, no.
Your character sheet...
If you want to get rid of it, you click the lock button and just the red button, that's the bin.
The trash can. The lock and then
Thank
you
you.
relock it.
Yep.
And relock it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna pick up, so how far... Is there a cave wall that we can see in the back? Or is it
You can't see the back of the cave from the entrance.
Should I be able to see anything on this map? It's a big black square.
Have you zoomed out?
All the way. Pure black.
Go ahead, refresh.
I'm gonna slowly approach it, pick up one of the rocks, cast light on it, and toss it in.
Oh, it's a big tree.
Okay, there we go.
Probably nice to have some context what we were talking about.
I'm gonna consult the party. Do we want to
Hold on
go
one
in
second.
here and...
Hold on, Elessar. So you pick up the rock and you cast light on it and toss it in, and you see it sort of skitter on the floor and go further, and you still can't see past the light. You don't know where the back of the cave is.
I'm gonna go forward.
Before you do that, I'm gonna ask the party, do we want to go in there with the advantage of stealth?
Rede looks at himself in chainmail, then looks up and he says,
It's a really good smell!
Adrik looks down at himself in scale mail, then looks at Rede in chainmail, and then realizes...
While you guys are having that conversation, I am now very close to the tree.
And Rede realizes this, and apparently all aspect of stealth is gone as he quickly tries to catch up to the apparently enchanted halfling.
Shit, and I follow suit.
Yeah, follow suit.
You can see
Yep, you can see the whole thing, can't you?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, I can see the whole tree if that's what you get.
I can see a really large tree.
Something else.
There's
something else.
Yeah. Sneak
there
peek
you
at the map. Shame on you.
It wasn't a sneak peek. It was me telling that I'm inside there.
You cheating person.
I didn't cheat.
Who's gone inside so far?
I have.
Dretan is the only one inside.
Just him. The rest of us are starting to jog towards the, as Rede put it, half-possessed halfling.
Yeah, that.
You guys sort of deliberated for a minute, and Dretan kept going forward, and after a minute, you guys realized that he was going.
Right. I'm not going to go immediately after him, but after people with armor go, I'll follow them.
Okay.
By the way, I picked up the rock that I cast light on.
Okay.
And so I'm using that as a light source as I go through.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright. All the armored people gone in? I'm gonna follow them as well, behind them.
Oh, they haven't decided if they're going to do it or not.
Disregard the large... Yeah, that's supposed to be a rock, but it's too big right now. Hold on.
Yeah, well, I reckon I see this light and then the outline with the halfling. Yeah, I enter the cave as well.
Okay. So is everybody in the cave?
Reed's gonna be trying to catch up to Dretan, yeah.
Okay. And Zixo's following along with everybody.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out where we are on this.
Easy blackness, my favorite.
I don't want to be last, and I don't want to be first.
Okay. Are you
Okay, I'll be
riding
last
Zoe?
for you.
Well, Scoob, I'm not sure if there's much of a choice in that one.
Yes, right now I am riding Zoe.
You are riding Zoe, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's here.
Yeah.
If necessary, I'll tell Zoe to go home.
Do I have a bar above me?
That...
Oh,
Oh, a cave,
hell.
spider type.
That's pretty slick.
No!
I'm kidding.
Okay. The inside of the cave is damp, almost a cloudy air. It feels like there's dust or grime floating in the air. Very earthy smell. You can see the root system on the ceiling as you enter, and it seems like the roof of the cave is dirt for the first 20 or 30 feet, and then sort of goes down into rocky hard stone, and the floor is hard packed dirt. The walls are this dry sandstone, and you seem to have sort of a steady downward angle that's going on. There seems to be negative pressure, at least, because it seems like there's air coming out of the cave. So it's blowing towards you, bringing this earthy smell and maybe a little bit of something else.
Does Zoe seem perturbed by any smell?
By any smell, no. She is agitated simply by being here. She's gotten increasingly agitated the closer you've gotten, and now seems to really be nervous. She's darting back and forth and skittish.
Okay, I might ask her to leave her at that cave entrance. Ask her to stay.
Okay. She communicates with you that she'll watch the cave entrance for you guys coming back out, and sort of implies that she's very grateful that you let her leave.
Okay, sounds good to me.
And Reed's going to try to stay as close to lockstep with Dretan as he can, and draw his weapon for looking down, saying, "Can you tell how much further it is?" Because, Dretan's been leading us the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell how far it goes?
Also, Hockey, you have that dynamic vision on. I assume that's what this.
Yes.
Would two people side by side? I have dark vision. Reed doesn't. Do I see farther than he does, or does he see the same thing?
No, you see farther than him.
Okay, I wasn't sure how that system worked.
Yeah, no, you each have your own value of vision.
Cool.
It's below us.
Below we go.
Do you always have the icon set up with armor class and hit points?
No. Maybe I changed it.
Oh, would that make it easier for you, by the way?
I think maybe I did add that.
I mean, I have my hit points set on mine that I've had in there for the past couple of combats, because I was keeping track of stat, or I was keeping track of like status effects and stuff like that.
I've always had mine on.
I think what I changed is that everybody could see it, because you guys can see each other's names now, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see Adrix right now, but I think it's because I can't see Adrix.
Blocked.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, mine was on top of Zixo. For some reason, Adrix is below Elessar. I don't know why.
Huh.
That said, Reed's going to stay right next to Dretan the entire time.
There's a front-to-back order for all the tokens.
Yeah, he's going to be following Reed, following Dretan. 10.
Okay.
From what we were told, it fell down in the sky?
Reed looks around for a moment and shakes his head and says, "Unless that stone rolled a long ways, I don't think it fell."
Agreed. Whatever it is, it doesn't fit.
I'm gonna cast Long Strider on Adrik.
What's Long Strider do again?
How long does that last?
1 hour.
Okay. I think it doubles your movement, doesn't it?
10 feet. Which is really awesome, because 25 plus 10 is a...
Now he's faster than everybody. Almost.
Oh, and I still have... yes.
So basically, I'm going to keep going until something changes.
Okay, you guys continue on, and the smell of the earthiness sort of changes a little bit over time. You start smelling something sour, something rotten a little bit. Unwashed.
Whoever fell down here, it hasn't gotten a bath in a week. To be fair, I'll have one in a month, but whatever.
Does it smell like the zombies?
I am stopping right here.
It stops.
So, Hockey, this thing isn't blocked the way you think it does.
No, I know. I made it like that. I made it more like a wall. You're just sort of peeking around the wall.
All right.
You see.
I don't think I'm supposed to see it, but I do see it.
Right. It's just imagine it like. I might have made it this one corner a little too big, but it's fine. I don't mind.
I'm trying to speak for Rede, but I don't see anything. I assume he doesn't.
I don't see anything at all.
Right.
So I'm just going to assume I don't know.
You guys, Elessar and Dretan, you see this squat, hunchback, furry figure. It's breathing quickly, but it doesn't. Its back is to you, and it doesn't notice you.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get Rede and Adric's attention and point towards the direction it's gonna come from, where it was.
Unfortunately, you're behind Rede, and he's watching Dretan closely because he's kind of concerned, so he's probably not going to see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, I'm facing forward.
So 16 on stealth.
Okay.
I'm also gonna basically mime the the gesture for silence.
Okay.
Towards my party, and I'm going to begin walking to the left.
Once again, Rede looks down at himself in his chainmail.
Scale mail, I think. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you are, bud.
Okay.
I am going to pocket my rock, which has the light spell. I'm currently feeling around on the ground to see where I'm going.
You can dismiss the light spell, just so you know.
I don't want to dismiss it, though.
Okay.
Can I roll stealth with him as well?
Can you do what?
I'm gonna roll stealth with him as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna start sneaking forward.
Jesus, okay. You've got some really good rolls. I don't think I've seen less than 15.
Yeah, he's doing really well. I know it's going to happen if I try to roll stealth, so I'm not going to even bother trying.
Same here. I'd just given up at this point. I'm tired.
And are the others looking at us and Dretan?
Well, I'm currently on the ground, feeling around where I'm going very slowly.
Nope, they haven't noticed you guys yet.
No, as in the others on our party.
I don't know. Where are you guys looking?
I mean, Rede is kind of watching Dretan, is getting kind of concerned because he's starting to lose track of him in the darkness.
I can still see him.
Yeah, Rede can't.
Yeah, good point.
Well, Rede can barely see him, let's put it that way.
I'm gonna move here. Does Rede and the Adrik look at me?
You more enter my periphery.
Yeah, it's got a peripheral thing. Rede's kind of watching the possessed halfling, and he's a little bit more concerned about him than the elf. So, unless you specifically try to get his attention, he's not going to be looking in your direction.
I'm gonna move back to Rede. Poke these two. And put 5 fingers up.
Okay. 5.
So, I mean, Rede kind of looks over to see what you're doing and kind of again, eyebrow raises. Not quite following.
Hockey, do I recognize these things?
Things?
No.
They have not come with the horror book at all?
No, they're not in the horror book at all, and I don't think you would have come across them in your backstory at all either.
Yeah, probably not. Alright. So, I'm just basing this on just character guessing. I'm gonna take the rock out of my pocket and throw it at them.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna...
With the light still on.
I don't know if I recognize them, but I'm gonna try.
Well, can you even see him?
Nope, making a guess. Complete, total guess.
Oh, Jesus. That is a freaky looking fucker.
This entire encounter is so HP Lovecraft, I had to do something.
I dig.
You have no idea.
The Mountains of Madness. Okay. Unreal Engine.
Do they respond to his
Go ahead and make an attack roll, Dretan.
Alright.
Would that be improvised?
Yeah, you can add your dexterity to it, but not your proficiency.
Ooh,
All
that's
right,
nice, dude.
that'll just be a 1d20 plus 4
Okay.
because I have nothing for improvise on. 14.
Okay. You strike the first one. Right. Oh man, I gotta label these. You strike number 1. Go ahead and roll a d4.
It's 1
Okay.
damage.
You strike it, and it yowls in pain. Just ow! And all the rest of them wake up. Everybody roll initiative.
Joey, here we go.
And I'm gonna remember to click on my
Click
token.
your token this time.
There you go.
Yeah, I got this. But just to be sure, I've got my character sheet in a separate page. I'm gonna close that and reopen it, just to be doubly fucking sure.
So here's what I'm thinking: is basically these things are underground and they don't have any light. They might be adverse to light.
Oh, you don't
Maybe.
say.
I don't know though. It's just a guess. Nice initiative.
Oh shit.
Maybe they were scared and lost in the dark and very aggressive, but you gave them the light to wake up.
Well, that's my.
Blinded by the light.
Although I am gonna try something a little bit different than usual. Maybe that'll work out for me. I don't.
Okay. Is everybody in here now? 1, 2,
Hang on.
Okay.
Why is the turn order starting on Zixo and 12?
Because it has to be sorted.
Because it's
Just-
depends
Yes,
on
to
how
sort it out.
you
Yeah.
sort it.
Oh,
Oh, you also got a 22. Nice.
I thought
I
it
got a
sorted out
13,
itself.
actually.
Mine was a nat, bro. Oh, you're already there. So
Dretan
it makes
has
sense
a
for me to go
13.
first.
I got a 13. I just
Oh,
put myself in the cheat.
okay.
Okay. Adrik, your turn first.
All right.
Before you move, after this yell and these creatures wake up, they start gibbering just constantly. It fills your
Alright.
ears.
Is it a language, or does it resemble a language, or is it just gibberish?
Nope. Just
Okay.
gibberish.
Cool. I dig this. All right, so I hear this, and I draw my dagger like a scared mofo. I'm
You have
gonna
one?
go
How many do you have?
5. I had 2, and I gave you 1.
Okay.
5, 10, and I go, oh, this is bad. So I'm okay. I wasn't expecting this many. I got to change my tactics.
And to those of us standing behind, just waiting to see what the hell's going on.
All right, we're going to look up some wording real quick. Okay, cool. So I see this and I decide, oh, this is a serious. I need to bust my chops on this. So I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And it's gonna be at the front one there, the one on the left.
So a spiritual weapon appears in like a square in front of it, and you attack
Yes.
with that.
And it's in the form of a mace, because that corresponds with my god.
Okay.
Does 17 hit?
17 hits, yep.
Cool. And it is cast at level 2. 9 damage. Ooh, I like that more. Sorry, whoever drew that, I appreciate it, but I like that a lot.
All right, so 9 force damage.
9 force damage.
And this was your
Bonus
spiritual
action.
weapon, right?
Wait,
Yes, special weapon,
you
yes.
cast it at level 2. Is it a level 2 spell?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay.
All right, so 10.
Your
I'm not
your
done
spiritual
yet.
I know your spiritual weapon appears and strikes out at this hunchbacked, pale figure, hairy all over, and it sort of, phantasmically in the middle of the air strikes out and just crushes this directly underneath it, and it keels over and dies with a ear-splitting scream.
I'm okay with this.
Seems to echo along the cavern.
So I'm going
Let's
to
take
keep
the-
moving forwards. 15, 20, 25. And thank you kindly for that long strider. 30. And I'm going to stab my dagger at the one that's top.
Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
It's a bonus
And-
action to summon it and attack with it.
Yes. Well, it's a bonus action to cast it, and when you cast it, It
Makes an
attacks
attack.
whatever's in the 5, and then subsequent turns, because it lasts for a minute, I can move it up to 20 feet and attack as a bonus action.
Okay, never mind.
It's a pretty bitchin' spell.
That's a pretty good spell.
I'm gonna try to stab that bastard.
Nope.
All right, and I'm going to have to call that a turn.
Okay.
I like that spell a lot, actually.
Okay, Reed, your turn.
So having, it's so weird trying to react to something that's happening simultaneously as you do it.
Yeah.
So Reed's got, kind of glanced at Elessar, but he's watching Dretan, and he kind of saw that whole throw something at something thing, so he has an idea that something's going on. So, he's gonna start moving towards Dretan. Okay.
Perspective.
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 Is Dretan looking to the west of the map or the east of the map?
I am. Okay, so I don't adjust my characters.
I know, that's why I'm asking. Which direction are you looking?
He just got done throwing the rock at them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm looking.
So he's looking at them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I wanted to check. Okay, so kind of as Reed goes in and kind of catches what's going on, he's going to turn and make his way right about there. Yeah, right about there.
Okay.
The hell was that?
What?
Might have been something on my side.
See, that just worries me. He's seeing things over there as I'm taking my turn. And then, thankfully, Reed already has sword out. And so, just need to check something really quick, like... That one? Bonus action? Bonus action. Man, I love bonus actions. They're just, like, sexy things.
Great.
They're amazing.
They are.
You know what else is a bonus action? That's a bonus action.
Divine favor.
Okay.
You have your broken spells. I have mine. Let's see. So that's...
It's not that broken.
If you say so. Remember, Reed soloed a giant with it. And then, with that very same sword in question, he's going to, swing at number 4, because if his allies are attacking things, that's probably a good idea for Reed to do the same thing.
All right.
Where is my sexiness? Damn.
That misses.
Of course it does. Okay, and that's the turn.
All right, Elessar.
You have your proficiencies correct this time?
Oh boy.
Okay. Good job, Reed.
I'm gonna cast Produce Flame.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, first I'm gonna move here. Cast Produce Flame at number 2.
All right.
Just casting it and throwing it. Ooh, that does not hit, does it?
Nope, that does not.
That's probably my turn.
You try.
Okay. Dretan.
All right. A little sad that the music's gone, but I'm gonna move closer.
Did it stop again?
Yeah.
It did.
Oh, that's because we needed to start something else.
Yeah, combat. All right.
You could have totally gone for like a Final Fantasy X fight. Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Hey, Hockey, I think I messed up the damage on that. I think I was too short, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna see if I can fix it. Never mind. I'm dumb. It's wisdom, not spell attack. Casting ability.
All right. I'm gonna
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Which would be wisdom to me.
Which never includes the proficiency when you're dealing damage.
Yeah. No, I had it confused for something else. My bad.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna just start tossing daggers.
All right.
Bet you're glad I gave you that one.
Dude, I got 8.
Now you got 9. You're welcome.
Toss at number 4.
Okay.
Attack roll.
He has half cover.
19.
All right, that still hits.
8 damage.
Dang, dude.
That is a lot.
With a dagger?
That is a lot
I
of
currently
damage.
have.
That,
I currently have
nice
plus
damage.
4 to
yeah,
my
to
dex.
be fair, that it was max.
All right, you sort of wind up and you throw this dagger, and Rede, you hear it whistle past your ear, and it strikes this thing right in the forehead as it rears up, and it also lets out this sort of blood-curdling scream that echoes down the cavern, and it keels over and dies.
I knew they weren't worth spells.
I'm gonna cast an acid splash
Okay.
against 2 of them. The 2 in the back.
Okay.
So 3 points if they fail.
If they fail. Okay. So the 2 in the back. Are you talking about 3 and 5 or 2 and 3?
3 and 5.
Okay. Save, and this is a dexterity save, and they both save.
Yeah, okay, I tried.
Okay. And now it is their turn. All right. They almost as a wave together rise up, and Adrik, this first one attacks you.
Wait.
18 is the number.
Which one is it?
Ooh,
Number
that's
5.
Okay.
that's not right.
No, number. Well, do you have your shield equipped?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
so
pulled it
you-
out after Rede pulled out his. I don't think your damage popped up. Attack roll
No,
popped
it
up.
didn't. No, and it missed.
Yay.
Man, the second one, number 2 missed.
Okay,
Yay.
as number 2 attacks, I want to take a reaction against it.
Okay.
Yay,
What's your reaction?
Sentinel.
It's the it's Reed's Sentinel. He gets to attack creatures that within 5 feet of him that attack. So
Okay.
just double check this. Yeah, against any target other than me, I get an attack roll as a reaction.
If the creature is within 5 feet?
Yeah, if
or
the
is the
creature
defense?
is within 5 feet on this
The
one.
creature.
Okay. Cool.
Yay!
That critical hits.
You're good at defending those who you care about.
Oh my god.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay,
So you're gonna roll 3 dice for this fucker. Right?
No, it's just the 2. It's just the
well,
12.
no, but remember, I get my 1d4.
1d4.
Oh, yeah, your spiritual, your divine.
3 of them. Definition of overkill.
Okay.
Every so
And-
often, he gets
You
to
roll
do things.
on a crit. You roll all dice twice, so you get your spiritual twice. Another 1d4.
Really?
Oh, that.
Yep.
That's
you roll
right.
all dice twice.
Well, we also have the table.
Yeah, the table. The table's pretty damn strong.
Jesus.
Right, but for a
Alright.
spell, you should at least let him to roll the dice, because like same with sneak attack.
Oh,
Like
these
sneak
things
attack damage would be double dice.
This is sneak attack though.
No, but it would be another example of
You're gonna
adding
make me
dice.
go
to it.
look
I
this
know, I
For
up.
see what
example,
he's
like a ranger would get his, if he took the
His
cloth,
hunter's mark.
that's an extra 1d8.
Actually,
An extra
for,
1d6.
for that 1d4 from Divine Favor, it says your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage, but the fumble table said just an extra damage die. It wasn't an extra attack.
Right, but that's not.
We're not counting that. We're
Well,
talking
that's not the
about
Hockeybeard, but do you understand what I was saying, Hockeybeard?
Yes, no, I know exactly what you're saying, and I think you are
Because if
correct
do
as
the
far as.
fumble table for crits and for other things, you're really nerfing those classes.
We don't have those classes though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I'll just bring it up.
No, I know what. Yeah, the purpose of the critical table is to add flavor with additional abilities such as disarming or stunning or something like that. So in that sense, it's not really nerfing it as much as if I allow when it calls for an extra damage die, I'm fine adding the extra damage die to both spells or ability damage as well as the weapon damage. That's fine. But yeah, as a whole, outside of the critical table, the reason we have the critical table is unless it calls specifically for the extra damage die, they can't add an extra die to the damage. Because usually those abilities disarm or stun or paralyze or cause disadvantage or something. But yeah, go ahead. So you have 20 total damage here. Is that what it is?
Sure. Yeah, I
I think you
can.
killed
roll-
that thing over twice.
The wording seems to
20.
seems to go either way. So
Okay.
really weird.
Yeah, you smote this beast, and he is quite smoted.
How is it that Rede misses and then he incinerates? It's one or the other with him.
It's because he's instinctual. When he's trying to plan ahead, he doesn't work
That is
out
true.
so well.
You know what? I'm absolutely okay with taking that read on him.
Okay, and number 3 is going to attack you, Rede.
Okay.
Didn't I kill him?
And misses.
Oh no, I killed 4.
Damn it, my armor class got broken again.
Should be like
It was an 8,
16?
so I assume you missed.
Armor class should be 18. For some reason, it keeps on resetting to 10.
Mine keeps saying 0.888 for armor class on the blues. We're gonna fix that. I think I know why. Because I've got 16/18 on my sheet, depending if I have my shield or not.
And you're dividing 16 by 18.
Yeah, it just clicked. So.
Okay, Adrik, your turn.
All right. So first order, Hockey, if you would kindly make my hammer scoot 5, 10. Can it go against that wall right there?
Right here.
Yeah. It's gonna swing at number 5. So
Okay.
let's roll that again. And yeah, just best part, it doesn't 13 hit,
Yep, it hits.
5 damage.
All right.
And in a simultaneous strike, I'll be aiming for its ribs with my dagger.
And that hits. All right.
So 9 damage, another 9 damage.
The hammer comes across the back of its head and sort of knocks it forward as your dagger comes in the front, and you push the dagger in all the way and reach upward, searching for its heart, and it lets out another scream and keels over and dies, gasps its last breath.
And I'm actually going to take a step backwards.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what? Let's make that 2 steps backwards, because just in case.
That's not right.
All right.
Cool. And I'm going to call that a turn.
Okay, go ahead, Rede.
1 second, I'm trying to fix something real quick. That's why it's resetting my... Okay, that makes sense, even though that makes no sense. Okay, I'm going to
Let
have
me
to fix
guess. It was from the mechanics on the inside of the sheet.
It's... can you see that I have a blue bar marked 10?
No.
I cannot.
Okay, that's
I can see the blue bar.
That's the bar I'm using to keep track of how many rounds I have Divine Favor for. And apparently, on the sheet, that also happens to be the exact same line as armor class, because you need it to change, apparently.
Oh, really? Because you said you're using the green one to count your...
I was using
No,
blue to do...
Yeah, the blue's armor class. What is the green,
But why
actually?
would you need something out of something for armor class?
Because sometimes there's special abilities that reduce armor class.
I guess, yeah.
Well, no, it's just what I've chosen to have as a quick number there. Because if you click on it, I can see it pop up and see what the armor class is.
Mm-hmm.
I might do it as an aura or something just to keep track of it, but he's on 9 out of 10. So Reed's gonna move, kind of to turn to square off against number 3, and is not gonna make any bones about it. He's just gonna try to gut him.
Okay. And that hits.
He apparently tries really well.
Yeah, you do.
Apparently he
Good
tries
Lord.
really well today.
Okay. You,
13.
as you square up and strike true, you're able to lop this monster's head from its shoulders, and it does not get to scream out. And they all perish in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, they did.
And as you guys sort of collect yourselves and combat winds down, you hear what can only be described as a wave of gibberish flow up from the cavern. No, don't move. Stay right there. Stay where you're at. Stay where you're at.
Boy.
Oh dear.
And that's where we might have to end it for tonight, because it is 1:30 and my exhaustion level is getting higher.